Have you ever slept 8, 9, or even 10 hours and still wake up feeling like you barely slept at all? Your body feels heavy, your brain feels foggy, and mid-afternoon, you're already exhausted again. If this sounds familiar, you're not lazy and you're probably not imagining it, because the real reason many people wake up tired has nothing to do with how long they've slept. And once you understand what's actually happening inside the body, it explains why so many people feel exhausted even when they're doing everything right. When someone constantly feels tired, they usually get a few common pieces of advice. Just go to bed earlier, or reduce stress, as if that's a thing. Drink more water. Take some vitamins, and sometimes these things might help a little bit. But many people find that even after improving their sleep habits, the exhaustion stays. They go to bed earlier, they try the supplements, they clean up their diet, and yet they still wake up feeling like their body never actually recovered overnight. And this is where people start to get discouraged, because it begins to feel like something is wrong, but nobody can explain what. Here's the key distinction that most people never hear. Sleep and recovery are not the same thing. You can be unconscious for 8 hours and still not enter deep repair processes that your body needs. Because during sleep, your body is supposed to do several critical things. It's supposed to repair tissues, restore hormones, detox the brain, rebuild cellular energy, reset the nervous system. And if those processes are blocked, sleep becomes more like shutting down a computer. You'll get the screen to turn off, but the system never actually repairs itself. That's why someone can technically sleep for 8 hours and still wake up feeling exhausted. In people who feel chronically tired even after sleeping, there are a few patterns that show up again and again. Pattern number 1, the nervous system never fully turns off. If the nervous system is stuck in stress mode, the body never fully enters repair mode. Even if you fall asleep, your brain stays partially alert. Your muscles will stay tense, your hormones stay in survival mode. So the body spends the night managing stress instead of rebuilding energy, and your doctor tells you it's just stress, but your body can't get out of it. This is incredibly common in people who have been sick or stressed for a long time. Pattern number 2 is that the brain can't fully clean itself. Another major process that happens during sleep is something called brain detoxification. During deep sleep, fluid moves through the brain and washes away metabolic waste from that day. Think of it like a nightly cleaning cycle. But if that system slows down, toxins and inflammatory signals can build up, which will lead to things like brain fog, morning fatigue, slow thinking, and feeling unrefreshed even after you've slept. Pattern number 3 is the cells aren't producing enough energy. The third big problem involves the tiny energy factories inside your cells. It's called the mitochondria. The mitochondria are responsible for producing ATP, which is the energy currency of the body. If those systems are under stress, the body simply can't generate enough energy for you to fully feel restored. And no amount of sleep can fully fix that. I worked with someone recently who described the exact same experience. They were sleeping 8 or 9 hours every night, but every morning they felt like they hadn't slept at all. This person's labs looked normal. Their doctor told them everything seemed fine, but when we started looking deeper at how their body was functioning, several things stood out. Their nervous system was stuck in stress mode, their cellular energy systems were struggling, and their brain's nighttime repair process wasn't fully functioning. Once those areas started improving, something interesting started happening. They didn't just start sleeping longer. They started waking up feeling totally different, totally clear. They felt clearer. They felt more energized. They felt more like their body had actually recovered overnight. If you wake up exhausted every day, the problem usually isn't that you need more sleep. The problem is that something is interfering with your body's ability to repair itself during the sleep you're getting. And until that interference is removed, the exhaustion often continues. And helping people figure out what is actually blocking those repair processes is something I spend a lot of time doing. Because when someone has been stuck with fatigue for years, the real question usually isn't just, why am I tired? The deeper question is, What is preventing my body from restoring energy in the first place? If this video helped you understand your fatigue in a new way, there are 2 things you might want to do next. First, subscribe to the channel because I'm going to continue breaking down the hidden reasons people stay stuck with symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, weight struggles, and chronic illness. Second, if you're curious about the deeper patterns that might be affecting your own health, I've put a link below where you can learn more about how I help people investigate those root causes with our What's Wrong with My Body investigation. Because once you understand why the body has been stuck, that's when real recovery often begins. I also want to, as always, invite you to share your most troubling symptom in the comments below. 1, so that I can create content around that, and 2, so that I can pray for you and ask God that He restore the function of the system that is creating those symptoms for you to the way that He perfectly designed you in your mother's womb. I'll see you on the next video.